guys, what's up? This is Angry Banjo, aka That JRPG Bro. We are actually going to try something here today. We are actually going to try to do as complete of a run as we can in Hades. Actually, I was actually able to completely get out of Hades in one playthrough earlier this week, and I actually felt really like, I was like, yeah, I actually did it. I got through. So, as you guys can see here, we've done 22 different escape attempts. I think it was our 22nd try we got out. And yeah, this is actually the first roguelike, whatever the term you want to call it, that I've ever actually played. And I'm not going to lie, I actually did kind of enjoy it. I don't know if I'd ever play anything else, but it is what it is. So, kind of starting to finally get the hang of it.
I found her, sir. My mother, she's alive and well, and... but I just couldn't stay up there for very long. I have to get back to her.
You really made it all the way? You must have gotten past your father. That's amazing, lad. But wait, what was she like? What happened to you there?
She was great. Nothing like father, more like you a little bit, I guess. Though being on the surface, it just seemed to suck the life right out of me. Even without the wretches of the underworld trying to do me in.
But then you had a little time at least. Sounds like you have unfinished business with her there. You got to her this once. Surely you're able to again, isn't that right?
It is. I have to speak with her.
So I'm still actually trying to figure out I don't want to say the mechanics, but how the game works entirely.
You are late, boy. Have you any idea what time it is?
No. Wait, what? I vanquished you in single combat and finally found Mother, and that's all you have to say to me?
Nonsense. Don't you think I would recall such an event?
You can't be serious. You're going to pretend as though it never happened. She wants answers same as I do. She demands you let me pass. Let me go to her again.
Silence. This discussion is over. I hardly think this is the time or place to indulge your overwrought imagination.
I know where we can continue this discussion then.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I was just wondering if you had ever heard of any other court musicians who had lost the will to sing? Your father's asked me to explain myself, and honestly, it has been rather difficult.
If it's any consolation, mate, I'm certain every single undead court musician serving in the throne room of the God of the Dead has been through everything you're going through.
Child, your father fell to you as once his father fell to him, although you were substantially more merciful. I know it is a bitter victory at best. Though, tell me, what transpired subsequently that you have returned? Did you locate your birth mother?
I did. She was there. She was where you said she'd be. And more than I imagined, but I had so little time with her. I can't survive up there for very long. Why didn't you tell me I'd just die no matter what?
Oh, my child. I say this seldomly, but I did not know. Or I did not wish to believe that the surface would have such an effect on you. But it seems you share your father's fate after all.
My father's fate. But he was smugly waiting for me up there and seemed quite healthy all in all. Though, maybe the farther we get from this realm, the worse we get. Because he cast his lot, inheriting the underworld.
So I now presume you are bound to this realm by powers greater even than mine. Tell me something. If you knew that you could only see Persephone for but a moment's time, would you still make the journey to her there?
Yes. Yes, I would. I had so many questions left for her.
Then go and ask them, child. Steady your resolve and find her there again. And use well what brief time you have with one another whilst you can.
As mortals do.
Such gifts won't stay my whip when next we meet out there. You realize that, right?
I realize it. And I hope you never change, Meg.
I hope you do. Gotta tell you something, Zagreus. I'm not getting any more used to losing to you like this. I mean, you don't even stop to rub it in. You know how humiliating that is.
Wait, you're saying you would feel less ashamed about the outcomes of our fights if I were to gloat more about beating you? How does that make any sense?
You know it doesn't make any sense. That you keep beating me. I must be getting sloppy if I'm that predictable. Too bad none of the other wretches I have to deal with put up much of a fight.
I'll keep putting up a fight if it's any consolation. Deucer, turns out that I may be stopping back from time to time like this, but please don't bother picking up my room. I won't be staying long.
Oh, sure. But I'll just keep an eye on things in there from time to time, in case you change your mind. So, goodbye.
Goodbye. I need more darkness. This one's for you, Three Fates. I broke free after all. Sort of. I've mastered that. I have no more darkness. Phew, felt that.
So the cool little feature I really like about this game is that we
Punishment on it.
can actually escape Hades, right? But when we do, we end up going, we end up having to go back.
How do you know all this stuff, by the way? I mean, no offense, but you're a skeleton who just stands around. Yet you have this wealth of knowledge of the underworld.
Hey, I know people, pal. We'll just have to leave it at that. Now let's see you break some of these bones, huh?
If I must.
So we've done like 20 plus runs, and there's I realize that this game's not really as much like as most roguelites out there, but I find the gameplay for some reason here very addicting.
Looks like Father's changed the terms of our relationship.
Holy cow. So we can make this a bit more interesting or not. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is something we're really going to mess around with right now. I just want to kind of get through, prove I can do it.
You are immortal, boy, but in a manner you can die, as you now understand. A most unpleasant feeling, is it not?
All right, so here we go. Let's see if this is the run we can actually get through here.
Why, you have my eternal rose, don't you? I am so very touched that you'd think first of me among my mighty kin. It pleases me to know I'm in your thoughts.
Awesome. So let's see. We're actually gonna pick this one.
Heartbreak time.
So the fortunate thing is the boons that you get throughout the game, they don't carry over into your next playthrough, your next run. Really what goes on is the only things that carry over are some of the items that you collect through your runs. And oh shit, at this point, ooh, my health is permanently up, it looks like.
For safekeeping.
That's nice. I didn't realize that was the case. So that's actually pretty awesome. I don't know. It's been a few days since I actually touched the game. So we're going to see if I can actually do it. Like I said, last time I played the game, I actually got past Hades. I was actually really surprised by that.
What do we have here?
Like I said, that was something very surprising. Obviously, part of the game is it's sheer dumb luck to an extent. You might, some people have said, oh yeah, you got to find the right weapon combo. Yes, weapon combos help. But at the same point in time, you know, getting the right boons also help, and kind of getting stupidly lucky. You know, at the same point in time, you can get really stupid lucky and get the, you know, easier enemies, and sometimes you can get the hard enemies. It depends on your luck. Now, we obviously have what they call God mode on, which, you know, from what I read, they recommend for people who are, you know, not big on roguelites, which is me. So what God mode does is every time you fail, we end up going back. Every time you die or you beat the game, you end up going back to, you know, the Hall of Hades. And what ends up happening when you go back is everything kind of resets. But the one thing is that God mode, it's, I don't want to say it's like a slap to the face, but what it does is if, for example, I die, my damage resistance will go up, so I'll have a better chance of doing it next time. I think mine's at like 60% right now, which is actually pretty high. So we take less damage because we suck. So the more we suck, the less damage we take. And each room, believe it or not, is randomly generated. I know a lot of the rooms look the same and everything like that, but it's all randomly generated, and some of the boss fights are randomly generated too. And I'm not gonna pick this. Oh god.
Death is inescapable.
Like I said, the rooms are randomly generated to an extent. So right now, our goal is we don't actually have to clear this room, because most rooms we have to clear them. We just have to survive for less than a minute here. I don't want to take as much damage because, you know, the more damage you take, the more you don't recover health. That is not something you actually do. You can't recover your health unless you get, you know, specific health recovery item. I don't know if defeating these enemies does anything special for you or not, or, you know, we're doing okay. We're taking some serious damage. Nothing substantial here. This guy's really doing it. And this is definitely a game that's out of my wheelhouse, out of my usual element here. We're definitely 10 seconds here, and all the enemies will disappear, mind you. 3 seconds. And there we go, we did it. We survived.
Be the supervisor here.
There we are.
But we didn't get any actual increase to our health. We didn't get our health back, so that sucks. Alright, that's fine. And I don't know how many rooms there are per each section. There's not a lot of sections. Actually, believe it or not, there's not a lot of levels. So I think my one run the other day was about 30 some odd minutes. Like 35 minutes long, which is not that long for, you know, a run. And, you know, you gotta get lucky right now. The thing is, I think we have what, 3 you know, continues essentially, and if we die, you know, all 3 times, you know, it's over. What I did is, I know anytime we saw one of the things that actually were able to increase our health, our max health, I went for it. I sacrificed having like the power stuff, the boons, and I sacrificed that for the ability to have more health. That is, I think, how we won last time. You gotta find the right item. Obviously, you want to find the right item combination here. I'm gonna take this because I do a lot of dash attacks. We're gonna go for the key though. And right now we have all our weapons unlocked, so you gotta wonder, you're probably sitting here saying, bro, why do you want the keys? The keys are gonna unlock new abilities. Like I said, the game, yeah, you get through, you know, once you think you're done with the game, and technically you could be if you wanted to. But one thing I noticed is the game, much like my personal favorite game, Persona, you do kind of have like these relationships with these characters, and in order to build them up, you have to talk to them. And how do you talk to them? By sucking terribly and constantly dying and going back. And you talk to them a certain amount of times, you rank up with them. I found out that there are relationships in this game. Only about, I want to say, it's like 3 or 4 characters. So we can romance Dusa, Meg, or I think it's like Thanatos, and that's it. Not a lot of options, to say the least. I'm moving around too much.
Good enough to eat.
I can only rank up the poison dash because that's all I have, which is fine. I'm hoping I can get a good boon soon, but that's what we need. That is, and now we're gonna get a boss fight here.
Please be Meg. Sure enough.
So, I heard that you escaped. Then what are you still doing here? Forget something along the way.
You know, I think I'd rather fight you to the death again than try to answer either of those questions right now.
I don't know what you're up to, Zagreus, but I guess it doesn't matter either way. All that matters is you're not getting past me.
So, I've gotten kind of good. I remember the first time we streamed this, and the first time I played this, when I first got to Meg, I got my ass handed to me. Her patterns, I noticed. I don't know if it's going to be... She's impervious right now. We're doing more damage, though. She does some... Ooh. She was actually really tough. Now, at this point, we could have gotten either her or one of her sisters instead, so I guess I'm kind of lucky we got her. I know her patterns, her attack setup a lot better than her sisters. I haven't fought her sisters as much. Right now, she's really hitting me here. Taking the damage because we do get a health boost between floors. So we just took care of the first floor, which was, I want to say it's just, I don't know if it was Tartarus, but we got through the first floor, so we're gonna go up to the next floor. I think there's like 3 or 4 floors total. So here we go. We get to refill our health.
Seems the Fury failed to do her job.
Let's see here.
And we have these items, we can actually rank them up. They do certain things to us. And we can rank them up by doing it. So obviously, you know, we want to try to get as many of these as possible. Obviously, you know, we're not getting very far. And they want you to give them to as many people as possible. I guess each of like the gods in the game. But right now,
Heading up.
you have to give gifts to the gods, which is what it is. And that's how you unlock these things. So right now we're getting the next section here, which I believe is it Asphodel or Tartarus?
This heat.
Asphodel. Alright, so we're gonna go. It looks like this is gonna give us a boon from Hermes. So the one thing is, I actually hate Asphodel because of the flames. The flames are really counterintuitive to the way I play, which if you guys haven't noticed, I use a lot of dashing, which is why I love these weapons here. These weapons kind of allow me to, you know, dash and punch. I think it's my personal favorite weapon in the game. So let's see what we're going to get from Hermes.
Another message from Olympus, boss. This goes, Zagreus, take absolutely all the time you need making your way to us. We know the going must be treacherous, and we assure you our support however long it takes. Oh, how about...
Awesome. So he gives us 3 options here. Nothing great. We'll take this one though. I think this is gonna be, yeah. So we can get a key, or we can get something that we can use as a gift. We're gonna go with the key though. Like I said, the gifts are gonna be imperative for us to grab throughout our runs as well, because we'll be able to use those gifts to befriend people as well. And if we give, I don't know how it works. Like I said, I know there's romance in this, which is awesome, but I don't know how it's going to work. To me, the game doesn't really fit that romance style of gameplay, and I know a lot of games these days are like putting romance options in their games. Like I said, Mass Effect and The Witcher and Persona, I think, are 3 of the best ones that do romance as a whole. And we're gonna... So we really don't have great options here as a whole here. We're gonna grab the coins. I hate when we're playing and, you know, you're thinking you get something cool and you get something not very cool. And I know that's how the game works. Watch out. Cool thing is those things kind of tell me when they're going to explode and, you know, the radius for explosions. And like I said, a lot of the thing here is it's kind of sheer dumb luck. Okay, so we have 3 options here. We have the coin, we have Dionysus, and Demeter. As our options for what we can do, we're gonna go Dionysus route. And of course, you know, we got the equivalent of a mini boss here. Oh, and this is I think it's actually a really interesting and tough mini boss at the same time, because what's going to happen? It turns us to stone because it's a Gorgon, and then that thing can crush us, and then we're screwed. So we gotta kind of avoid her projectiles. Oh. And we're getting in the lava. Oh, there we go. We got it.
I hate those two.
Say, what happened last time, man? It seemed like you were rather close, but then we couldn't see you anymore from here, and now you're back? Well, give another go.
So Dionysus is giving us more opportunities. Obviously, I'm going to take the premium vintage. I want the increase to my max health.
Who doesn't love this stuff?
And it looks like we only have one option for our route here, which is a good thing and a bad thing. We don't have any special abilities for our square attack other than what we got previously. Nothing special, nothing to write home about. Then our dash move is actually pretty strong, so I'll take that as a plus. Oh shit, fire. But I actually think I have more health than I may have had previously in my best run, which is fantastic. I gotta avoid the fire. I want to be careful, because like I said, I do that dash attack a lot. When we get to a certain part in the game's run where things, in my opinion, get a little dicey, a little challenge. So here we go. We have a boon from Hermes, Dionysus and Aphrodite, or health. Dionysus and Aphrodite here. What's going to happen is I pick either a boon from Dionysus or Aphrodite, and I piss off the other god. I don't want to piss off the other god. That's definitely not something I want to do. If I piss off the other god, I have to do a fight. I have an encounter, obviously, and then they like, haha, no hard feelings, haha. So we don't want that. So we're actually going to take the increase to our health, which I think is always the best course of action to go with. You always want to have that health boost here. I always personally prefer health boosts. Like, yeah, the boons are pretty dope a lot of the times and are beneficial, but sometimes if you have a choice between, you know, increasing your health bar in a game where, you know, dying is kind of a permadeath situation, you're gonna pick the health bar. No, there's more enemies, because I thought that was everything. So let's see. Oh, they're all in one general area, which makes life so much easier for me. Plus 36 to our health. So here we go. So we have the option of boosting, leveling up one of our skills, or whatever that is. I have never figured out what that is. We're going to obviously choose the boost. And we don't really have much to boost either, which is hilarious. And this is one of those rooms where you can kind of have it built in, where you're automatically going to go to the next level, because it's you have to do certain stuff. You talk to the contractor in between things. So we're going to the boss, which is the dreaded Bone Hydra, which is going to be a pretty interesting situation here.
Get back in the magma and no one gets hurt.
Obviously, since this is the Bone Hydra, we know how the Hydra is, if you're familiar with Greek mythology, multi-heads. So this is going to be an interesting fight here. So there we go. We can't. He has damage resistance now because he summons up his other heads. So we kind of have to take out the other heads here. So also trying to avoid the attacks. And we don't want to step in the magma either. There's other enemies that are spawning too. The soundtrack's pretty baller, though. I won't lie. And now he's weak. So pretty much the cool thing is the bosses have a basic pattern. Yeah, they kind of change it up between runs. So like the Bone Hydra does change. So here we go. We're going to repeat the process. Instead, we're going to get a couple more. You can see we're taking a lot of damage right now. There's just so much going on at once. So much. We are really feeling this right now. Holy hell. Holy hell, we are feeling this. Oh, I wanted to be able to finish this in one run. No! Like I said, this is... A lot of people hate the Bone Hydra. The Bone Hydra I thought was the easiest of bosses so far in the game. I don't know why I thought that.
Heads down.
Now, of course, we get rewarded differently when we're playing this. When you beat each boss, you get the actual main reward when you beat a boss, the first time.
King Theseus is eager to see you again soon.
So we have to clear an encounter. So we have 199 health. So we're actually not doing terrible right now. So we're gonna get to the third section here, which is, I believe it's Elysium. Yeah. This is the one that I hated the most. Not hated.
Slay some heroes then.
I thought Elysium was actually pretty cool.
Wow.
But my issue with Elysium was the bosses that you fight here. There's a little bit of a boss rush to an extent, and it's kind of unfair, but I'm hoping we get some pretty good boons here. You see that? I did not want that to happen. Get that guy kind of screwed over here. This guy spawns. This is like the toughest area, I think, in the game. So we got this. We can only level up our passion dash. I don't know. So right now we have not Aphrodite. I think it's... We're going to do this one, though, because it's a boon. And I think it's from... Oh god. Oh god. We gotta avoid those. Gotta avoid those. Gotta avoid those. Because those things are like kamikaze chariots. There we go. Those things will just run around and blow up. You don't actually have to defeat them. So if we kind of just run around here, they might attack the other enemies. Or maybe not. And these guys kind of like respawn. They're like Russian nesting dolls, it feels like. When you replenish their health, they'll go in a different form. Let's see.
Oh, yes.
When did you get your hands on Malphon the Twin Fists? Hands in, I ought to say. I heard that one time Demeter, she smacked her father right square in the face with those. Bet you can probably relate.
So here you see we got Artemis here gave us a boon. So here we have the option here of the gold or whatever that is. We're gonna go with the gold route, and hopefully we can actually spend the gold.
Anyone there?
We can't, but we do get this.
Nice and cool.
Replenishing our health, and we'll obviously go this way for an Aphrodite boon.
Butterfly chamber.
Oh god. So trying to fight these at the same time and focus here. Almost going on here, so... Oh my gosh. Doing okay, I think, right?
Take care of that butterfly hole.
Oh, that thing is really hurting us. It's called a butterfly ball, huh? I hate when enemies have projectiles. If you guys watch any of our videos on YouTube, any game we play, enemies have projectiles, they piss me off. We have actually taken a shit ton of damage in this. This single room has really done a lot of damage to us. We were at like max health, and now we're like 50 points down. It's okay though.
Butterflies. Ugh.
So here we go. We're gonna take this. And what do you know, we get a health boost. This is fantastic. We're actually doing okay, I think. We're not doing amazing. This isn't like the best run ever, but we're actually not doing bad. I could use some good boons, but you know... Big ass chariot's gonna chase after me. Alright. Honestly, a lot of people have this game listed as like game of the year, and I see. I have a friend who's like so big on, I think it was Supergiant Games that made this. I've actually never played one of their games before. They might have one of their games on PlayStation as part of the PlayStation Plus month, but I don't know. Oh shit. There we go. We got 36 to our max health, and we have the option here. We're going to go and we're going to raise our dash again. If we don't get screwed here. And, you know, every once in a while, they're going to give you a new enemy type. Because you might have been lucky and not seen any of them at all. I still can't figure out if those like bombs, like those explosive devices really affect the other enemies here. My health is going down. I really could use something to boost my health. Oh man. We are struggling, and we're not even at the bosses yet. That's what worries me. I'm glad I didn't put any of those like optional like let's make life more challenging for me here things. Oh man, there we go. We did it.
Delicious.
Alright, awesome. So we're gonna pick the health thing again. We could always use health. Oh god, it's these guys. Oh man. Oh man. They don't know when to quit. Like I said, the nice thing is we don't really have to do anything. We just kind of dash around here. Which is fantastic. Ooh, that was not good. That one hurt. I don't know, that didn't. Okay. Ooh, that. Oh, yeah, we're taking some damage now.
Bring it.
Now we're under 100 health. That's never a good sign. But we just got back 36 health, and we have it 299 health. Hermes or Zeus? We're gonna take Zeus. Why not? we are struggling a little bit here. And I know what's waiting for us in terms of the rest of the encounters here. I know what we have to worry about. And keeping that in mind, we're actually not doing as bad as I think we are. We have at least 3 boss fights coming up in the very near future. And keeping that in mind, 3 boss fights does not sound like much, but it really is. When you guys see what's coming, we're actually, like I said, we could theoretically get through this in one go here. There we go.
Old Hades has continued to ignore my every effort to reach out to him, young man. Oh well, but he is obstinate indeed. You are wise to seek your family's better half.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, I love the music in the game, and I also I love the art style. I'm not a big fan of the camera angles and stuff like that, but yes, it is what it is. Oh, we just got so. It's one of these random rooms. Oh, okay. So it looks like we have a. This looks like this is boss fight. Yeah. I don't like this fight at all. This fight drives me crazy.
Rematch.
I have recovered, as you can plainly see, monster, as has Asterius. And this time, we are filled with renewed vigor to destroy you utterly.
So we're locked in an endless cycle of violence, basically. I guess that's one way for you to pass the time here in this stodgy place.
You take that back about Elysium. Or better, I shall make you eat those careless, inappropriate remarks. Come, Asterius, to war!
So we have to fight Theseus and Asterius, who's the Minotaur. And I've gotten past these guys only one time. They're very, I don't want to say they're very hard, but for me, fighting 2 bosses at the same time with 2 pretty decent sized health bars, that is, I don't want to call it stressful, but it's not the most fun you can have. One of them is, in my opinion, easier to take out. Theseus is definitely the more challenging of the one based on his attack patterns. And we're actually not doing horrible. We're not doing as well as I would like to think we could be doing. But I mean, I'll take it. A win's a win. If we can actually get out of this without having, dying. Which does not look like it's going to happen. I fully expect us to use up one of our revivals. We're down to 30 health. They're actually not... Oh, goodness. We death defied, so we're down to 2 more death defies. And of course, we only get back half our health. And they're both in the same area. There we go. There we go. We did it. Took down the heroes of Elysium. How awesome is that? I'm not gonna lie. How much health do we get back?
King Theseus has fallen to the likes of you.
Might help.
So there we go. We did it. Kind of. That was when I was talking about the boss fight. It was a really hard boss fight. And now, here we go. Oh yeah, this is actually longer than I thought it was. Now I remember where we are.
I hope it's nicer outside than it is in here.
So now we're at the River Styx. Now the River Styx here, it's a bit more challenging. Styx is going to... Yeah, I totally forgot about this. I thought we went straight to the final boss fight, and that's my bad.
So serious on guard duty.
So we have Cerberus there, and Cerberus is going to obviously guard the the entrance here. So we're going to actually buy max life. We have over 1,000 gold. Those don't stay with us, by the way. We actually have to use them now or never. The gold. So right now I think we're going to be okay. So what we have to do here is we have these different rooms here.
Where would I be?
And going through these rooms, we're going to have to go, we have to fight our way through these, obviously. And we have to find something for Cerberus. And we're obviously going to get rewarded here. So we pick the one that increases our life first. There are a couple of rooms, or a couple of chambers. We have to be careful at the same point in time because some of these rooms are, they're obviously very different than I had last time. I got a lot of ones that were very poison. A lot of them were poison based. And poison based is a no-no. See? Rats. And that's what they're doing right now. They're dropping poison. We want to kind of keep them at bay. There we go. Didn't work. So this is the last room here. You can tell there's that little thing that can send us back. We got poison here. We're not doing too hot right now. Our health bar is low, so we're gonna get the health back.
Get out of here. Let's just go down this Sata hole.
So we're back in the Temple of Styx. Not looking too sharp right now.
Try this way.
I don't know which way we're supposed to go. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But if we can get to... Once we get past Cerberus here, it's actually going to be time for the what they call the final boss of the game. And like I said, multiple runs will reward you. If you you want to do as many runs as possible here. You do not want to get poisoned here. We're going to take out the rat as quickly as we can. And this is going to give us an upgrade to one of our attack, one of our, boons. I don't think we really need to worry about upgrading our dash. I think what we should worry about is upgrading Zeus's thing. That would be what I'm thinking we're going to focus on. And this is definitely the last room here. You can tell by that little thing there. Oh, we get poisoned again and again and again. We're poisoned again. Oh man, this is rough. There we go. So that cost us a lot.
Tasty, sort of.
That really did cost us a lot here, and of course Charon's not going to have anything new for us. Between runs. Which is unfortunate, by the way, that he's not going to have an improvement in changing sales. So one of these is obviously going to have what we're looking for. Usually it does take 3 runs to get it, which is unfortunate. in my experience, if we do 3 runs, we'll get what we're looking for. Hopefully we don't have any more poison rats. I hate the poison rats, guys. And I jinxed myself. I really did. I had to jinx myself like that. The good news is, you know, we're doing a lot of damage.
No thanks.
We're like more than halfway lower on our health. If we can beat these. I mean, we take a little bit of poison damage here and there. It's not that big of a deal.
No
There we go.
Santas. Cerberus just loves whatever this stuff is. Strong stuff.
That's awesome. We got a little bit of a health boost here.
Heading back.
So, I was a little off on how long it takes us to get through this, but close enough.
Gigantic Cerberus accepts the prince's foul offering.
I can go.
And there we go. We did it, kind of.
I guess there's only one thing left to do. Isn't that so, Father?
You now know that even if you are able to surpass me, you shall ultimately perish soon enough. And yet you still persist. Utterly senseless.
I found her, Father, and I'm going to find Mother again. And again and again until I have some answers finally. She'd like some answers too, beginning with, why did you never tell her that I lived? You let her go and left her to her grief.
Silence, boy. Save all your ignorant and baseless accusations. You seem incapable of heeding my request that you not blather on about a matter you shall never understand. Then I shall save my breath for this fight.
And now it's time to fight the ultimate final boss of the game, which is Hades. And we have just 2 of our death-defying abilities left, which is great. The problem here is, if I'm correct, Hades has 2 forms. Not 2 forms. 2 forms is incorrect. Like, he has 2 like health bars. So we're gonna, if we knock him down here, what's gonna end up happening is, right now he's you know, damage resistant. He doesn't take any damage right now. If we're able to beat him, you know, this first time, he's gonna get down and he should recover his health, and we're gonna have to fight him again, and that should be it. We're not doing terrible, we're not doing amazing. And he does have that tell when he goes does his darkness thing. He does have that tell.
Of the underworld, I command you now to rise and fight for me.
I actually got here. This is the 3rd time I've gotten to Hades, the boss fight here. And the first time I got past him, the first time here, I got here and I was like, yes, we beat him.
All right then, boy. You've stirred my anger suitably by now.
I was like, yes, we beat him. And then he does this. And he's really angry right now. We're down to 41 health. Obviously, like I said, we have 2 death defies left. Just kind of having the hope that we can take him down and hope he doesn't get a 3rd form since we've already beaten him before. Now he's damage resistant and we have 6 HP, so we're gonna die. Yeah. So close. We are so close. Oh my goodness. You have to be careful with those hands. And now he goes into insane mode. And we're actually doing not bad at all. Oh my goodness. He's in insane mode again. Of course, you know, our health is getting really low. We're gonna die.
You're not going to cooperate with me on this, are you? Even now, knowing Mother wants to see me again.
Oh, blast you. You shall ruin everything with all your damnable questions.
Then die already and get the hell out of my way.
Fair. Well.
I did it. Cold.
Zagreus, I begged the fates that you'd return to me. Perhaps I ought to be more careful how I speak of them. Tell me, how was your journey? What happened?
Father didn't make it any easier for me. Nor would he tell me why he never sent for you after you left. So, I don't know what's going on still, but I wanted to see you again.
I wanted to see you too. Come, speak quickly with me, that our time together here may be as full as possible, all right?
I need to know what happened between you and Father. Why are you here and not with us?
I couldn't live with myself anymore down there. After I left Olympus, a long story in itself, I came to be with your father in the underworld. It was a shock, to say the least. The others in your father's house were welcoming enough, but I never felt that I belonged.
I know the feeling, I think. But you stayed, long enough to have me. Those whom I've spoken to about you, it's as you said, they have fond memories of you. And then you even had a child. Did he mistreat you?
No. Your father could be very difficult, though he was gentle with me. Soon enough, we got on fine. Better than fine at times, but when I was with child, why, I struggled terribly. Because a child born of surface dwellers could not live down there.
Could not live down there according to whom exactly? The fates?
According to them, yes. According to your father and to Nyx. Even having heard, I took my chances anyway. But when you emerged stillborn, it was too much. I fled. I fled and came to reside here. Above the notice of the underworld. Beneath the notice of Olympus.
But why would Father lie to you? If he never wanted you, or never wanted me, surely he had the means.
I don't know. I'm wondering the same. But oh, look at you, Zagreus. We're running out of time. It's happening again. Stay with me, please.
I'm trying, but I can't stay that much longer, I don't think.
Oh, my dear son. Then please, ask Hades what you asked of me. Why he would lie. Tell him I must know, the same as you. And you farewell. Until we meet again.
Until we...
So the whole point of the game, obviously, to get out, get out of Hades, get up there, meet your, your birth mother, and then you die. And kind of allows you to repeat, build relationships, so on and so forth. So we go end up back here.
Father, you.
And you start the whole thing all over again. Obviously, we can build our relationships, talk to the characters, give gifts, so on and so forth. But I was surprised we were able to do that. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Angry Adventure, aka that JRPG bro. Make sure you guys, follow. Make sure you find us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time.